Okay, I really want to talk about kids and confidence because we hear so often from parents who are concerned that their child is lacking in confidence. And I have to say, there are a lot of kids in this boat. There are kids that are naturally introverted, they're on the shy side, they may not engage or express as much as really confident kids. And so, how do we help them along the way? I want to talk about this today because I've had a child I've got a child who's 10, who's about to turn 11, but he has struggled over the years with confidence. Some of the things that would happen is he just wasn't asking me questions, wasn't engaging, would be very much in his own world, in his head. Wouldn't really look people in the eyes. So I was concerned. And so a couple of years ago, I actually took him to a specialist because I thought there must be something else going on. Maybe he was a little bit on the spectrum. Turns out he wasn't. The specialist said, just give him some time. And so I encourage you to be patient, and it's not always easy. If you have real concerns, of course, take your child to a specialist, but sometimes we've got to be patient and just keep helping them along the way with a few strategies. So the first strategy that I would say we can help our kids with is help them find their tribe. Because once your child has found someone that they connect with, their whole world changes and opens up. And it's not often that a child will find someone that they bond with. They might be lucky if they find someone at school or in the playground. But if they do, I would say encourage that connection as much as possible. Things like play dates. Now, you don't want kids at your house all the time, it's overwhelming. However, at least once a month, I would say encourage that connection so so that bond grows deeper. Really helpful for a child forming their tribe and forging that tribe. The other thing you can actually do is introduce them to new activities. So finding an activity that they love means that they probably will have other people around that love that activity too. And so they start developing friendships with like-minded kids. So that is so helpful when they find their tribe or something that they're really excited about. Another thing that we do and have been doing on a regular basis, probably for the last year and a half, is introduce the feelings chart. And I've spoken about this quite a few times. I love it. It's basically an A4 piece of paper with lots of faces on it, lots of different emotions. Your child chooses which face that they connect with at that particular point, what they're feeling. They talk about that and then what's behind that feeling. Now, this has been a painful process, getting my son to do this for the last year and a half. However, it has finally clicked and he's finally expressing himself as in how he feels and what's behind that. Now, we can do a lot better. There's a long way to go, but at least he's doing it now. And that brings a lot of relief to me because I don't know about you, I'm sure you're like me in that you probably want your child to be able to connect with people and be able to express themselves, particularly, when they're feeling isolated. I want them to be able to talk about these moments. Finally, I would say what's been really helpful is the way that I praise my child now. So in the last year and a half, I've sort of changed this up quite a bit. Before then, I would be waiting for him to do something amazing and then tell him what a great job he's doing. It's not enough. It's not enough for a child to hear once in a while that they're doing well. So I changed that up and started looking at the effort he was putting in and started telling him that I'm proud that he's doing his best, that he's putting effort in and acknowledging the little things along the way. It's not necessarily the big wins that we need to focus on. It's the steps along the way. And if you can imagine, if you're giving compliments on a regular basis, you start feeling good about yourself. And this is the same with our kids. I'd have to say, as a final note too, as far as skills go, helping your child develop their skills and then stepping back and letting them do something by themselves is really important as well, because that grows their self-worth, which helps with build their confidence. So a few little strategies there. Hope that's helpful. Love to hear from you, particularly if you've got a child that's struggling a little bit with confidence. And also if you're a mum that's got some great strategies in place, please let the community know. Love to hear below.